And on the hill in this one, Jack Flaherty. What do we have on him?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Francisco Lindor leading things off and takes a strike. Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike 2. Flaherty, the tall righty, 30 years old now. He joined the team as a free agent. Had him out front for strike 3. And now it's Juan Soto.
Nope, outside.
Ripped on a line. Makes a nice sliding catch. Bo Bichette up to the dish.
Too high. Ball.
In the air to left center. Meadows on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Back here in Detroit and taking the ball for the Mets, Freddie Peralta. How about a report on him, Chris?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2.
Ball 2.
And that skips into dirt. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Stepping in, Parker Meadows. Ball to strike. The pitch. Fought off foul. The 1-2. There goes the runner. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. In the air, right field, Bench. Under it. And there's one down. Now the third baseman, Zach McKinstry.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Yeah.
Man at first, one away. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Bichette tosses to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Dylan Dingler. To third, Bichette. Fires over to first. And that will end the inning. Back at Comerica Park. Top of the second, Jorge Polanco up now for the Mets. There's a strike. On the ground, right side, and it's through for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Luis Robert Jr. now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. 0-2. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. So now here's the Mets DH, Brett Beatty.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
Ground ball right side, and foul ball.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have.
Dives, but it's off his glove. Gets it there in time, though, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. Here is Marcus Semien.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
The Mets with a chance to score first here in the third and final game of the series.
That's the ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
In for a strike. Good slider.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield. The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
That one missed. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. He's got it. Runner tags from third. Safe. And they take the lead. Now it's the right fielder, Carson Bench. Quick toss to first. Now back in safely at first. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
All you got to do is concentrate and execute this next pitch. Get yourself out of the jam, back into the dugout.
Out towards right center field. Carpenter has a beat on it. And that is that. We head to the bottom of the second. Leading off, Kerry Carpenter. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
Ball! That pitch is out.
Oh, great stop. Throw to first, and they get the out. Here's Riley Green.
Left fielder, Riley Green.
And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Gets him to chase after that one. Right side, hard hit. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. Here comes Torque to the plate. Left field. And that'll fall for a base hit. And Gleyber Torres with a chance to make an impact here with 2 away.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. That's exactly what you're taught to do with that pitch, but it's not that easy to execute in a live at bat. Great job of staying on that breaking ball down and away and shooting it to the opposite field.
There you go.
Yes, he did. That's a swing.
Ball, that's out.
Torkelson, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swings through that one for strike 2. Hit in the air, right field. Bench should have this one. He makes the grab, and that will end the inning. Back here in Detroit, here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Meadows takes it in for the out. 1 away. Back to the top of the Mets order. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. And that's a little bit high. And that's ball 1. Swing and a deep drive. This one's got a chance. Way back there. And boom goes the dynamite. A monster shot to right. And they add a run. It's 2-0. Here's Juan Soto.
That's out.
1 out, bases empty, and a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Foul ball. And a 1-1. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Here's a rocket out to left. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Safely into second. He's got a double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Now here is Bobichette.
No, that's a foul ball.
Man at second. Late with the swing there.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Jorge Polanco. And that is out of play. The 0-1.
Ball inside.
Not really attacking on the mound in this at bat. All breaking balls, so that makes me think they're not really wanting to challenge him here.
Swing and a miss, and the count is 2-2. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. And that one a little below the knees. 3-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at bat. Polanco hanging in there. Good job to fight that one off. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
When you go that deep into an at bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's Luis Robert.
Ball, that's out.
This one in the air, right field. Can't reach it. This should score at least 1. One run across. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds it third.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Not a bad slider bite. It was down and away, but
new pitcher for the Tigers, Brennan Hanafy.
And this is a really tough spot to come into as he tries to keep this one close. You almost have to forget about the runners in scoring position. They're not going anywhere. Focus on the hitter, getting that one out your team needs from you.
And that'll do it. Mets draw closer thanks to the home run. It's now 3-0. You're dialed into the show.
And we too close. I can taste it when the bass hit. It's a facelift. Take another one.
Back at Comerica Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Javier Baez up now for the Tigers. Javi Baez, like fellow Puerto Rican Francisco Lindor, born in Puerto Rico, but was drafted in the first round out of high school in Florida. And a base hit.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended.
Baez runs. Keith at the plate now, and that's strike one. Laser could be trouble, and that one's going to get into the corner. Here comes Baez around third. Stuck in a rundown, trying for home now. Now he stops, and he's able to get back into third. Parker Meadows, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. Check swing called strike. That's strike one. Next pitch is downstairs. And there's a ball.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
And fouled off. 2-2 now. And downstairs. Now this one's crushed down the line. Hooking. Foul ball.
That was a nice bid right there to try to tie up this ball game. Just couldn't keep it from bending foul. He looked locked in on that swing. Pitcher better be careful with him right now.
Got him. Ricky Holiday with the call.
Next for the Tigers.
Runners at second and third and one out. Zach McKinstry up now for the Tigers. That one fouled off. Yeah, that's fouled off. Stays alive. Second and third, one away. Here in the last half of the third. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
For the Tigers.
Now here's the Detroit catcher, Dylan Dingler. Grounded out his first time up. Check swing went around. That's strike one. Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. On to the fourth. Now it's the second baseman, Marcus Semien.
That's outside.
Semien measures 6 feet even, 195 pounds, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Out towards right center field. Meadows on his way over. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. So up next for New York, Carson Bench. Flied to right his first time.
Yep, that ball went out.
On the ground. A sliding stop. And very nicely done for the out. 2 down, bases empty. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets.
Ball, that's inside.
That's to third. And the Mets go 1-2-3. Bottom 4. Now it's the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Well, these Tigers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Riley Green up now for the Tigers. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. That one lifted to left. Soto gets under it. Brings it in. And there's 2 down. So digging in, Spencer Torkelson. 1 for 1. He singled to left his first time through.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Back to the mound. He's got it. To first. And they get Torkelson for the out. Back here in Detroit, here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor.
Well, these Mets doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Man aboard on the leadoff single. Here's Juan Soto, 1 for 2. In for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Inside, ball 1. Nope, that's inside.
On the corner at the knees for a strike. Lindor gets his lead at first with nobody out. Nice grab. The feed for 1. A sensational double play. Bo Bichette digs in now.
Third baseman, Bo Bichette.
Out towards right center field. Carpenter coming on. Dives for it, but it gets down for a knock. And that keeps the inning going. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. And that is that. Back in Comerica Park, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Gleyber Torres up now for the Tigers. There's a swing and a drive. That one's back. Out of here! A gigantic blast. So here's Baez now.
Well, these Tigers definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging it more than...
That one ripped right center field. And it one-hops the wall. Into second, and he's got it double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional.
And the batter now, Colt Heath. Off the mark there, ball 1. Ray Lee. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts in a tough spot like this. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you. And it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Out to short, Lindor. quickly to second for one. To
No, he's in
first,
there.
save. It's a fielder's choice and an RBI. One out man at first. Zach McKinstry up now for the runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second. Swing and a high fly ball left field. That is the inning. Top six, digging in, Jorge Polanco. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. The 0-2. Towards first, and it goes just foul. Ripped into right field, base hit. Now a long throw to first, and a good start to the inning.
Up next for the Mets, center fielder.
Here's Luis Robert, also known as La Pantera.
Nope, that's inside.
On the ground to third, McKinstry over to Torres to first. Double play, nicely done.
Up next,
Brett
for the
Beatty.
Mets.
Up now for the Mets. They hand the ball over to a new arm, number 51. He's into the game with the bases empty. Mets going with a pinch hitter, Mark Vientos, trying to get something going for him with two away. Vientos in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Two down, nobody on.
Ball, that's low.
Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Foul ball left side, he'll see another. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That's got a chance. To the warning track, makes the catch. Well, we go bottom six. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Dylan Dingler. Fouled off, he was late. Jet swing went around, and the count is 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout.
Up next for the Tigers.
Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers.
Kerry Carpenter.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Lindor on to first. Two gone. And next to hit for Detroit, Riley Green. Foul ball there. Up and
Ball
in,
one.
and that is ball one.
That's ball two.
Swings through that one for strike two. And that will fall. And that extends the inning.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. Looped that one in there for the knock. Definitely got that pitch on the outside of the cap.
Now pitching for the Mets, number 40, Luis Garcia.
Now, Spencer Torkelson. Torkelson in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. The 0-1. And a pitch out, but nothing going on. The Tigers with the tying run on at first here in the bottom of the 6th. Out to short. Lindor there with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Back here in Detroit, we go to the top of the 7th. Marcus Semien up now for the Mets. Grounds one to short. Baez tosses to first. That's the first out, the top of the 7th. And next for New York, Carson Bench. Liner snagged at first. Francisco Alvarez will hit next. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Ball, that's inside.
Man, this has been a real important inning in relief. I mean, so far, they've been doing a great job holding that deficit at 1.
Here's a 1-2. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that'll do it. Back at Comerica Park, set for the last half of the 7th. Gleyber Torres up now for the Tigers. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
That's a really good take.
On the ground to third. In plenty of time to first. And one away in the bottom of the 7th. Now it's Javier Baez. Swing and a miss as he was late. The Mets trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 7th.
Ball.
Swing and a bouncer. Bichette whips it to first. That's out number 2. Now it's the DH, Colt Heat.
Designated hitter, Colt Heat. Now pitching for the Mets.
The Mets with a new arm on the mound, A.J. Minter.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Tap foul at the plate. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Here's the 0-2.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
In the air, left field. Fair ball. And next up for the Tigers, Parker Meadows. First offering, runner goes. This one in the air, center field. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. We're at the top of the 8th. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Francisco Lindor. Center field. Meadows settles underneath it. One up, one down. Juan Soto up now for the Mets. 1 for 3.
Nope, outside.
That smash towards center. And there's 2 down.
fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits.
Now a dive at short to his knee, the throw, and that's a great play. On to the bottom of the eighth. Here's the third baseman, number 39.
Ball, that's off the plate.
And he takes one right on the black. And now it's even 1-1.
Outside, that's a ball.
On the ground. Throws to first in time. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the eighth. Now here's the Detroit catcher, Dylan Dingler. 0 for 3 in this one. Hit on the ground to short. Fires in time.
Good two-seam action right there, running away from the batter, rolled over it, got the ground out.
Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers. High fly ball down the left field line. That's back. And it is gone. And we are starting over. Riley Green getting ready to hit. And a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Hard ground ball, base knock. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock. And up next for Detroit, Spencer Torkelson.
Now pitching for the Mets, number 30, League-MLB.
Runner on the go. And that one fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball 1. Here's a 1-1. Again with a pitch out. The Tigers with the go-ahead run at first. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Misses inside. 3-1. Runner goes again. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. That is the inning. Back here in Detroit, all set to start the 9th in this one. Jorge Polanco up now for the Mets.
No, that's foul.
Strike 2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Robert, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Ball. Tied up here at the top of the 9th. A new arm into the game. The righty, Will Vest. The 1-0. The delivery to Robert. Outside. And that's ball 2.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far. He doesn't look anxious at all.
Out towards right center field. Carpenter coming up. Brings it in. 2 down. And now it's Mark Vientos. Flied to right his first time. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Hammered. Base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive and puts the go-ahead run on base. Next to hit, Marcus Semien. So a change being made at first base. On a pinch run for the Mets, Tyrone Taylor deploying some added speed as they look to take the lead.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Swing and a ball popped up. Torres settles under this one, and that's the 3rd out. Back at Comerica Park, bottom half of the 9th, and we've got a tie ball game. Home side looking to walk it off. Gleyber Torres now at the plate. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. The 0-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Now he breaks his bat. Tosses to first, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th. Javi Baez digs in right side.
Ball inside.
The 1-1. Up the middle. It's through for a hit. And now the winning run is on base.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Taking over on the mound. Mets, Ryan Hudson.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Next to hit, Colt Heath.
Oh, that's it.
First offering, and it just misses. Runner takes off. They pitch out. Back to first, and he's safe. One down, winning run on first. That's in there. Strike 1. Swing and a foul out of play. Up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. There's one. Over to first. Got him. A great play to send us to extra innings. On to extra innings. And now the right fielder, number 3.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. No swing. Just held it back there. Man at second.
Ball.
Check swing. Went around. It's 2-2. Back-foot slider ties him up, struck him out. Francisco Alvarez, the next to hit. Swing and a pop-up. Brings it in. Out number 2. Go-ahead run on base. Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. He's already homered here in this one. Hit on the ground to short. In plenty of time to first. And that on to the bottom of the 10th. Here's the center fielder, number 22. This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. But no advance. That's ball 1. And that bunted towards third. On the run, throw to first. But he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Intentional pass coming. Base is now loaded, though it does set up a force at every base. So up next, Dylan Dingler.
Now pitching for the Mets, number 38, Devin Williams.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. In comes the winning run, and the Tigers walk it off in extra inning. 4-3 our final score, a 1-run extra inning.